everyone, this is Miss Tang, and today we are learning to plan our writing. We are doing this because we want to write and prepare for our information report on animals. Now we are going to focus on the conclusion this time, so we're going to wrap everything up. So let's have a look at our success criteria. So we'll have a look at some sources of information. We'll pick and choose the most important facts, the key words. We'll put it in our own word, and we are specifically looking for the conclusion. So we're going to look for some interesting facts, and I'll share with you some of the questions, the prompting questions that I'll be using to identify some information for our conclusion. So I've already gathered some information and I know what sources I'm using. If you'd like to have a look at how I gathered my information, I do have a video on that. Otherwise, let's get started. Firstly, I'm going to use my planning template. You can use your own, but I'll show you how I've pulled out the information for mine. So I'll show you what the planning section looks like for the conclusion. So we'll have a look at the prompting questions on the left-hand side to support us in that. So the first one is, what will your subheading be? So your subheading doesn't have to be conclusion. It could be fun fact or did you know or interesting fact. I'm just going to wait until I've got all my key words and my facts in here, and then I'll make a decision on the subheading. So the first question is, where is your animal on the IUCN or the International Union for Conservation of Nature Red List? So this list gives you an idea of what is the risk for that animal's extinction. So which category is it in? Is it extinct? Is it extinct in the wild but not in captivity, so in zoos? Or is it critically endangered? Is it endangered? Is it vulnerable? Is it near threatened? Or is it not? Or is it least concern? So, and what does this mean? So what we can do is we can have a look at the sources of information that we have already and see if they have information on what our animal is categorized as. So I'm looking at National Geographic, and if I scroll down, they actually do have it here. So they've got it, whale sharks are listed as endangered and their current population trend is decreasing. So we can add that bit of information in. Listed as endangered, population decreasing. Okay, now I'm just going to quickly check. Now what you can also do is you can actually go and have a look at this website here. So this is what it looks like, the IUCN Red List of Threatened Species, and you can actually type in your animal. And you will actually be able to have a look at the information that they've got here. So you can see population decreasing, you can see where they live, and then it's got some more information on it as well. So that's another source. What you can also do is, because we have had a look and it's listed as endangered, what does that actually mean? So if I go into this website and if I go and have a look at the categories, then it does come up with a PDF booklet on, so I'll show you what the front looks like, this one. So it's the IUCN Red List categories and criteria, and it gives you some information or a bit of an overview of the different categories, and then it will also tell you what they mean. Whale sharks are listed as endangered, so what does that mean? So here it says that they are considered to be facing a high risk of extinction in the wild. So high risk of extinction. Great. Okay, so we've put in what the category is, we've put in what it means, we've included the current population trends, and then do these animals need to be protected? Why is the animal important? Why do they matter? Although massive, whale sharks are docile fish and sometimes allow swimmers to hitch a ride. So I wonder what docile means. So I'm going to quickly look it up. So it means submissive, obedient, passive. So it doesn't sound like they're dangerous or a threat to humans. They're currently listed as vulnerable species. So we've got some information on why they matter. Gentle marine giants. I'm going to add it to this description. The distribution of whale sharks indicates the presence of plankton and overall health of our oceans. Okay, so now we've got some more information on why they're being hunted. So they're being hunted for their meat, fins, and oil. Okay, and they're also victims of bycatch, which is the accidental capture of non-target species in fishing gear. So they get injured by boat propellers. Okay, we're going to have a look at fisheries fact sheet. Humans a major threat. Whale sharks' large size, slow speed, and habit of swimming at the surface makes them easy to kill. Although their skin can be up to 14 centimeters thick, they are still vulnerable to fishing and injury from boats. Great, so we've already got vulnerable from fishing, injury from boats. Let's find that part. So, and then we'll add to it. Even floating plastic rubbish they may swallow. Tracking whale sharks that have been fitted with acoustic transmitters is another method that marine scientists have used to try and gather more information about whale shark movements and feeding patterns. More information is required to better protect these animals. So I'm going to just highlight the most important information that I do want to include in my paragraph because this is a lot. There's a lot going on here. So I'm going to start highlighting. So have a look at these prompting questions. So where is it on the red list? So we know it's endangered. What does this mean? High risk of extinction. What is the current, what is the current population trend? It's decreasing. Do these animals need to be protected? Yes. Okay, now why? If they need to be protected, then why? Why do they need to be protected? Because they're hunted in parts of Asia, because they get caught in fishing gear, and because there are other threats like floating plastic. Okay. Why is the animal important? Why do they matter? So because they're plankton eaters, it's important for the overall health of the ocean. And why do they matter? Because they're not a threat to humans, but at the moment, humans are a threat to them. Okay, interesting facts. Well, to protect them, marine scientists are tracking them to understand their movements. Summary, maybe about taking action to help these animals. Okay, there you go. So probably won't include everything in here, but when we actually do our draft, I'm going to cut it down even further. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.